Welcome to Bloom with Bobbie, where women from all walks of life share their story. And parts of that story is compared to a particular blooming flower. Hello, I'm Bobbie Hopson, and with me today is Renee Cunningham. Welcome, Renee.
Hi, Bobbie. So good to be
good to
here.
See you.
You too. Wonderful day too.
Yes, it is. Renee has chosen as her particular blooming flower the marigold. And for the benefit of those of you that are not familiar with the marigold, I'm going to show you a picture of what it looks like. See, it's very beautiful, all types of blooms and colors there. So it looks very good. So Renee, tell us why you chose the marigold.
Well, Miss Bobbie, the good thing about the marigold, and a lot of people didn't know, and just as you showed it, it has so many different colors. The name of my is called Legacy Protect. And just like the marigold, it is hardy and it's sturdy, but most people don't realize that a lot of people don't know that that flower is used as a form of burial, and it's put out during grave time, and it's used during the time for long lasting. A lot of people don't realize that it's repellent to to insects. So if you want something that's out in your yard that's going to last and not get eaten up by the insects, that's one of your. And my business is for you to be passed on from generation to generation. And my company specializes in something that you want to pass on to your children's children. Okay. So when you want something that is going to last, you don't want it to be beat up by the weather. So the marigold is one of those flowers for me.
Oh, so tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, specifically, I handle life insurance and financial literacy. One thing that a lot of people don't understand is that you have to teach your children how to save, how to keep a little and spend a little. And my company specializes in that. When it comes to the time in which we live in, and most people understand that we've been affected by this pandemic in different ways. And if you did not have a little bit saved to the side, you did not know that some companies closed. They did not last through the pandemic. So how were you able, as your family, to teach your children that you can't go out and run to the mall all the time? And you needed to have a little bit at the house. So my company taught you how to budget. And
how did you come to choose that line of that career, I should say?
Good question. So I was raised by a two-family home, and growing up in a two-family home, a spiritual home, I was impacted by some ladies in my church itself. And I went to school and got a finance degree. So I started out as a branch manager. That's how I originally got introduced to the finance arena. So I have 20 years of experience in banking and finance. So when you walked into a bank, you never really saw anybody that looked like us. So I wanted to be that person when you walked into a bank that you were able to relate. So I took that finance degree and opened up my own company. So I was able to talk to people about budgeting, life insurance. So I have my life insurance degree as well. So I show people how to take the items that they have at their job and either offer them term insurance, whole life insurance, and then credit restoration. A lot of people don't understand that as well. So I help people restore their credit as well. So my company is a full service financial literacy company. That's how I got involved.
That is awesome. Who has had the greatest impact on your life, even from childhood to teenage years, your adult years? Who are some of those people, and how have they impacted your life?
I chuckle because there's 3 individuals, and most people don't understand that you are spirit, physical, and natural. So physically, my father, Willie Winters, I got up this morning, I was chuckling because I can put together anything. My dad's nickname was Will Do, and most people don't understand. He can look at anything and he didn't need any directions. And I got that touch. I don't need to put together anything. And that was a person physically I could do anything that made the biggest impact on my life. Spiritually is my mom. And she got that from her grandmother, Viola Harris. Prayer is in our family. And I believe today, guys, that if you're going to make it in this world, because it's ever changing, you need to know the Lord and you need to pray And because things are moving so quickly, you need that foundation in your soul. So that is one thing that she has impacted in me, that I pray over my children, over my husband. I've been married to my best friend, high school best friend, for 30 years. We'll be celebrating our wedding anniversary in 2 years. And God has blessed me, because the only way you're going to make it in this time is to pray. You have to pray. And that foundation, connection with the Lord, because a lot of the churches are still not open or feel safe. So you got to have the connection in your household. And then
I always say, stay focused and stay in faith.
Exactly.
In
the big arena, I attribute that to this woman. Her name is Loretta Smith. And she is the first young lady, and I call her young because she is 70 years young, and she is fierce and fabulous. At Comerica Bank, she was actually in my church, but she was a young lady that took me to something called the Urban Bankers Forum. And she just introduced me to a class of women that were entrepreneurs, but also bankers, that said, you can own and be in charge in the corporate arena. So she started introducing me to different women and different professionals, how to handle yourself in a corporate arena, how to speak, how to present your business plan, and be able to walk into a room and be successful. So those three people actually impacted my life in all of those areas.
That's good. Now that leads me into my next question, I should say, the next topic, and that is, how has all of this accumulated wisdom and skills and abilities, how are you passing it on to the next group of leaders? How are you mentoring the next group of leaders, I should say?
Very good question. So prior to the world closing, but now currently, prior to the world closing, I am the president, or have been the president, of a Christian group called YPWW. And they were back in Michigan. But now what I do, prior to the world closing, I developed a group of young ladies. They were the age 18 to 40, where we would meet and come together and talk about world issues, current issues that they were actually experiencing. After the world closed and some changes as far as moving and things of that nature, we kept that group together. Now, since the world is closed and things, we have to do little Zoom calls or meeting and touching, keep in contact with each other. But I've expanded my reach. And I love that part, because one of your things you got me to thinking, like, okay, where am I going? And I started this year out because 2021, I really believe, is a year of evaluating, realigning, restoring. How are you going to move forward successfully? I'm doing a conference. The realigning portion itself is called the Cloud Conference. And I believe that there is a group of ladies throughout your life that you have impacted, or that have impacted you, that you need to reach out and continue to touch. People have got in their houses, and because of us being separated, we still need to touch each other with our words, get back to writing to one another and journaling and touching one another and saying, you know what, you impacted me when you said this, when you gave me this word, and how you blessed me and changed me. So I'm actually in the process of developing and getting those ladies together in those different arenas so that we can have that conference. So that's where I'm in the mode of now.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to go back. What would you tell your younger self at this stage of your life?
Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard. Don't be so critical. Because when I was young, I was very, very critical of my loud voice. You talk too much. You always got an opinion. And you know how people look at you like, I know Renee gonna say something. Those things that people criticize you for when you're younger are actually your gifts. So I would tell my younger self, keep pushing, because those things that you get those butterflies about, that's your gift.
Yeah.
That's your gift.
That's good.
That's your gift.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. That is good. So where do you go from here? You're doing so well. Where do you go from here? Have you thought about it?
I'm writing a book.
All right.
I'm writing a book with the help of Clubhouse. So my piece of advice for all those that are listening, please, if you have an iPhone, get on Clubhouse. It is a wonderful, wonderful networking tool. for those of you. There are people there that are able to help you self-publish. I've always thought I'm not the best writer. I did not like spelling. I think I need hooked on phonics sometimes, but I like to talk. And there are people out there that will partner with you to help you. So I'm writing a book. I have a young lady that's working with me to publish the book itself. And so that's what I'm working on now. Motivational speaking. I always say I want to be a motivational speaker. One of my mentors said, you are a motivational speaker, Renee. Stop saying you want to. You are. So that is what I'm moving towards itself, and I'm excited about it. So those are the things. And with my company, I'm always looking to mentor other individuals that want to be credit restoration specialists. If you want to help people, especially in the school system, we need to start teaching our young while they're young the importance of getting great credit, maintaining great credit, and moving forward. Because a lot of these companies are not going to be around. So we need to cultivate that entrepreneurial spirit.
You have said something there.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Well, Renee, thank you so much for sharing today. So good to see you. So much words of wisdom. Thank you so much. And thank you all for watching.
It was my
I encourage you to keep watching. We upload new content every Saturday evening. So please tune in to Bloom with Bobbie, where you can hear someone's story that may have a chance or cause someone else's story to end well. Be blessed.
A great one. Thank you.
Bye.